Hello, everyone. Marty Chinesky here, along with my good friend Ken Brown. We are your hosts of Local Sports Wrap-Up. It's Monday, the 16th of
September.
My wife's birthday's in 9 days. Yeah. No, 10 days. 10 days. I better get the day right.
Yeah, play Earth, Wind, and Fire, September for her.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
She's already celebrating.
She should, as she should. Started this month.
Anyway, how you been in a week? What's going on? Chasing kids around?
Yeah, we doing, Lincoln Park's got a fall ball league next to the old Sears. So my son's doing that on Mondays and Wednesdays. My daughter's doing volleyball. So it's been busy, but good. I played you today. I went to a golf outing at the Western, and I volunteer at every year, McNish Open. It was nice. Foundation did it. What they do is they give kids money to go to Catholic school. African American or Latino kids, they get an opportunity to raise money, and then they send them to
if that Catholic school won't give them a scholarship on their own, huh?
Yeah, yeah. And the school they normally go to doesn't is Loyola, the kids that I usually represent, which is an all-boys school on the west side of Detroit. So, and they're 2-1 football. They're doing pretty good. The guy I was with was 6'3", 330 pounds, big fella, and he was making huddle films like he wants to get recruited. You know.
Oh, okay.
So.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, it was nice.
And it was where at, Western?
Yeah, Western Golf Course, which is right off of 96 and Beach Daily.
Yes, yeah. Beach Daily in about 5 miles, just about.
Yeah, as soon as you get off the freeway,
it's right there. Nice track.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very nice track. You know, that's a flood zone.
I bet.
No, it is when it really. That's why if you look at all their greens are like elevated, you're always hitting up. Because that just whole thing, if it gets really, really, really bad, that's like Army Corps Engineer flood zone. Oh, so yeah, it goes right. Sense. It goes right through there.
No, it's fine.
Anyway, football, huh? High school team, lot to talk about. Our Bears. We got big game of the week, but big game that we'll talk about later. Allen Park and Brownstown. That was the game of the week.
Yeah, Allen Park and Woodhaven both came in undefeated.
Very much so.
Allen Park stayed undefeated. Woodhaven left there with a loss. Well, they left home with a loss, right?
Right, and you know what? We can discuss that a little bit while we're talking about it. One thing I do know about the Allen Park team, the defense went in there and held Woodhaven to 41 yards of rushing on 22 attempts.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah, less than 2 yards of carry.
They didn't have anything going.
At all. And they weren't even great in the air. I think he passed for 115 yards. You give up a total of 155 yards. Defense will win some ball games if you do that.
I think that makes Allen Park literally the team to beat. If you can go and you can slap Woodhaven around like that and go into their house and do it.
Yeah.
Allen Park got on the board first. Ben Kloss, he's the quarterback.
Yeah.
Connected with Weston Glee, 62 yards. We're up 7-0.
Yeah.
Just like that.
And it said it was a one-hand catch, so it had to be like an Odell Beckham thing. It was good. Yeah, 62-yard touchdown.
Very nice. And then that was about it. Start of the second quarter, they made it 14-0, and then they didn't score. Woodhaven, on the other hand, they really never got a chance, but Allen Park fumbled the opening kick on the second half, and they got the ball on the 30.
Yeah, 35.
Turned it over on downs on the 29.
Must have been getting those 2-yard runs.
Oh, I'm telling you, 35-yard line to the 20-yard line, and that was it. Then they got another ball. Allen Park coughed it up on their own 19.
Yeah.
And still kept them off the board.
Yeah. So, their defense definitely stepped up. Coach mentioned it. He said, that his defense has been really aggressive this year and that they stepped up and they were resilient was the word he used. So,
yeah, some of the highlights, Marcus Buchanan for the Allen Park, he had 89 yards rushing on 11 attempts. It's not bad.
No, 8 double dares, right, in half the attempts.
That's right. So now Lincoln Park, who thought they were coming along, they're going to play Allen Park this week, and it's Allen Park's homecoming.
Yeah, you know who you invite to homecoming. You usually invite somebody you think you're going to beat.
And then Woodhaven, unfortunately, has their non-league game going, and they're going to play Waterford Mott.
Who destroyed them last year, right?
Destroyed them last year. It was, 47-20. So they're going to get a wake up. Maybe Mott's not as strong as they were.
Yeah, they can only hope, right? Yeah, it's going to be a tough sled, though. But if they can get through that Mott game, they still 8-1, 9-2,
Right,
7-2.
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
yeah. I mean, that's to get that game out of the way early, and then you got the rest of the league, and we'll see what happens.
That's right. Right.
Meanwhile, I think they do. Woodhaven plays our Bears. I believe. Anyway, to get back to the other scores, Trenton and Lincoln Park played, and 2 undefeated teams in the Downriver League. Well, Trenton was 1-1. No, they were 0-2. Yeah, they were 0-2.
Yeah, but they had some tough games.
Yes, they come out the gate with 2 really good teams. Southgate beat them, and then I think Woodhaven beat them, if I'm not mistaken.
That's exactly what it was.
But Trenton and Lincoln Park, it was 21-7 in that game.
Well, I think the good news is over the years when we've been talking about Lincoln Park, they were used to getting beat worse than by those 14.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously they're playing some good defense. Hats off to Trenton for winning, but looks like Lincoln Park might be for real. I guess we'll see this week when they play Woodhaven for homecoming.
Allen Park.
Allen Park for homecoming.
Now we got, what do we got next there?
Gibraltar Carlson actually beat up on Taylor High 42-7.
Makes them 3-0, and Taylor's on the opposite end, 0-3.
So Carlson and Allen Park are the 2 undefeated teams left, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And then we had some bad news. You had a prediction last week, and it was looks like Wyandott's going to get off the snide. They play Etzel Ford.
Yes, an interesting factoid. Etzel Ford took care of Wyandotte Roosevelt 28-27. Interesting ball game there. Etzel Ford came out the gate, scored the first 28. And then the Bears got on the board at the end of the first half. They scored, I believe, it was a quarterback keeper, if I'm not mistaken. It said Jack Halberstadt. His first 4 scores for the sophomore signal caller gave him a little mo going in. But also what happened was the point after try, after that touchdown, Etzel's, what is his name? Mohammed Jabbar. He's their stud running back. Got tossed.
Got kicked out of the game?
Got kicked out of the game on an extra point attempt. Did something stupid. And that doesn't help the cause. And the Bears, the game kind of turned.
Yeah.
The game turned. They did 27 unanswered points. The defense forced a couple turnovers. So now you're getting the ball in a great spot instead of way back, and let's see what happened after that. We had, and another kid, Jamal Morstead from Etzel Ford got hurt. And it was like a 20-minute delay. They didn't want to move him. Yeah. Another good player on their team. But they got a couple of scores, made it 28-27 with about 2 minutes left in the game. They went for 2. And the quarterback did a little sweep keeper, and it didn't make it.
Oh, but they tried to win it. They went for the win.
They went for the win. After coming back like that, they went for the win. And, Coach Sansky was like, we were all in. We were all in, let's win it right here. And they had enough timeouts, but Etzel got a first down. And that game was virtually over after that.
Wow. What do you feel about that strategy?
Well, what do they say? Play for the tie on the road and play for the win at home. Is that kind of what they usually say? I'm all for it. If you've scored the last 27,
yeah,
you got to get 2 yards. You got to call up a play that's going to work. It is what it is. Hopefully that carries over. Let's look on the bright side.
Hopefully 27 in a row. Not giving up when you're down 4 touchdowns. Yeah, that says a lot about the character of your team, I would think.
Forced a couple turnovers. I was able to watch the game from the week before on the cable, and Yeah, they didn't play very well at all, so that was nice that they came out of this game. And unfortunately, they're 0-3, and they're going to go against Gibraltar Carlson this week at home here.
Okay.
But that'll be tough.
Yeah.
It'll be tough. But, goals to improve every week.
That's right.
Hopefully.
And you also said the sophomore signal caller.
Ah.
So he's getting some reps now. You know, I remember last year he started as a freshman. So now this is his second year. I think the more confidence he gets, the better opportunities and chances that they have. That's really cool. I think that on the road I would go for 2 as well, though, because why go back down the field? You know, we got 2 yards to get. Let's go.
Yeah, I agree. So. And then Edsel Ford's got to go into Trenton next week they're going into Lincoln Park. Is that what it said? Oh, no, they're going up against Trenton.
Yeah.
They got their work cut out for you. So where are we going after this? We got Southgate Anderson was 42 over their non-league game, Livonia Clarenceville. So they took care of them.
And then Riverview beat up on Monroe Jefferson with that power T. That's 61-0.
61-0. We're going to be talking about them all season.
Yeah.
New Boston Huron took on Milan, or as I like to say, Milan. It was 28-7.
Yeah. Flat Rock outlasted Airport 35-14.
Puts Flat Rock 3-0 in the Huron, 2-0 in the Huron League, 3-0 overall.
Yeah, just got a good start. Yep.
And Grosse Hill took it on the chin against Monroe St. Mary Catholic Central, 49-0. That Grosse Hill's 0-3 on the season.
0-2 in the conference, 0-3
They're
overall.
better at the other football.
Yeah, say that. Dearborn High 28, Livonia Franklin 13. That moves the Dearborn High to 1-2 in their conference. Well, they're 1-2 overall, 1-1 in the conference.
And Dearborn Fordson, 51 over Wayne Memorial. I remember Wayne Memorial just being the team.
Yeah.
All their teams, baseball, football. Fordson's now 1-1 also in their league, 1-2 overall.
The Road Warriors, River Rouge, they beat Toledo St. John's Jesuit from Ohio, 12-6 in overtime. That moves Rouge's record to 2-1.
And it doesn't show a league affiliation with Rouge.
Yeah, I don't think they have one. I think they're independent.
No, I know they're independent. Divine Child 26, Milford 12 makes Divine Child 2-1 overall.
And then we got the other Riverview, Gabriel Richard, 38. They beat Morale Ridgedale, Ohio, 38-6, and that makes Richard 3-0. And they haven't played a conference game yet, but they do have a conference affiliation in there.
CHSL.
Yeah.
Allen Park, Cabrini 49, Rochester Hills, Lutheran Northwest 45. Take the over in that one. Yeah. Cabrini's 3-0 in their Catholic League.
Okay, look at Cabrini, 3-0. They got some scoring. All right, we got
not like Crestwood scoring.
No. Oh, Crestwood. Dearborn Heights Crestwood wins 69-0 over Dearborn Heights Annapolis.
Yep, in the Battle of Dearborn Heights.
There it is. They get the big piece of chicken, I guess. Crestwood's 2-1, and they're 1-1 in the conference. Annapolis drops to 0-3 and 0-2 in the conference.
And in a real battle, Romulus 3, Dearborn Heights, Robichaud nothing. Robichaud is 1-1 in the WAC, and Romulus is 1-1 in the WAC.
Whack. Okay. Redford Thurston beat up on Melvindale 34-6. Melvindale's 0-3 in their conference.
Summit Academy North 20, Detroit Edison 8. We're going to be hearing a lot about Summit Academy, the good team in Romulus.
Yeah.
They're 3-0, 2-0 in their conference, which is the CSC Gold.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is Detroit Edison's not a slouch. They competed well last year. So that's a big time win. Detroit Warrior Prep 52, E-Course 6. How the mighty have fallen. I remember just last year we were talking about how good E-Course was.
Yeah.
Even though they only had like 17 kids playing, that must have came out, and it's 52-6. That makes them 1-2, 0-2 in the conference.
And then, what'd you just read? Melvindale Academy?
I will. Melvindale Academy, B&T.
Lost my spot.
It's 22, and then they had 22, and Detroit Leadership Academy had 14. Melvindale ABT is 1-2 overall, and 1-1 in the conference.
And our last score of the week, Royal Oaks Shrine Catholic 22, Dearborn Advanced Tech Academy 20. That makes Tech 1-2. They don't show a conference either. Let's get to that other picture that we had up there on the screen. The actor James Earl Jones died. The voice of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, Field of Dreams, right?
Yeah. Anyway, he was a Michigan boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never knew that the guy was, and literally a Michigan man, right?
Absolutely.
He grew up in Dublin.
Dublin, Michigan. He went to Dixon High School. That's in Brethren. He played basketball for them. He is number 27 right there, and he's in the middle of the back row. Played Darth Vader's voice on Star Wars. Use the Force. Oh, that was the other guy. He was a U of M graduate from University of Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he graduated in, but there is a bronze statue of him in the town of Brethren. And his, I didn't catch the other guy's name. That was but he was a stutterer.
Yeah.
A bad stutterer.
He
So
stuttered. Yeah.
and so the guy that taught him how to pause and how not to stutter, he, that guy, they're together. The statue's together in Brethren.
Yeah, so they met in that high school situation. So he grew up, he was born in Mississippi, moved to Michigan
When he was a child.
as a child to live with his grandparents. And we looked it up, and Brethren's like right
Yeah,
over
it's
here.
way on the end there,
Yeah, it's-
just south of Traverse City.
Yeah, close to the other one we said. Baldwin. They said Baldwin, yeah. So that was good to hear. I was today years old when I found out how James Earl Jones was actually from Michigan.
Very cool, and he that was on the Michigan High School Athletic Association website. Little tidbit: he had an Academy Award in 2011. Emmy, he got 3 Emmys: 1990, 1991, and 2000. And his name was on the board. When I was in that place seeing Wicked, they had the Hall of Fame of the Broadway, like Hall of Fame, and his name was up there.
Nice.
You know, so he did a lot of acting on stage before any of this took place. And he actually had a Grammy in 1977.
Yeah.
Had to be like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure.
But Star Wars was around 77,
Yeah, it
76,
was.
so it could have been a number of things. I thought it was great to find out that he was from Michigan and that he actually graduated from the U of M. And he's the voice for Michigan football's. That's why he's the voice of it. He was an alumni.
Yeah,
he was the
before
voice
the
for-
games start, when they're live.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. I haven't been to a live Michigan football game in forever. Yeah. We have some soccer scores for the last week. Our Wyandotte team, I don't know their record off the top, but there was a huge soccer match this week between Etzel Ford and Woodhaven. We'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, right now, as we speak, Woodhaven's taking on Allen Park, Etzel Ford's taking on Lincoln Park, Carlson's taking on Wyandotte, and Trenton's taking on Southgate. That's going on right now as we speak. We'll have those results next week. But I know Wyandotte lost to Dexter 2-0. That was 2 days ago.
Yep.
And
So over the weekend, and then
where else are they? They're here. They lost to Lincoln Park
2-1.
2-1.
We had a theme last week. Every game was a tie, I thought. But no, it's going different this week. Flat Rock actually rocked Taylor. It was 8-0. And then Dundee beat Taylor 3-0.
Yeah, and if we're looking now, there's a lot of league games. Riverview took care of Trenton 6-0 on the 12th. Southgate beat Jefferson 7-0, and Ypsi Ann Arbor Prep lost to Woodhaven 6-2. That's a league game. That's Lincoln Park 2-1 the day before. So they're in full swing now. That's 6 days and six games in 8 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Taylor likes that 8-0 score. They lost to Allen Park 8-0 too. And then Carlson beat Trenton 4-1. And then that was on September 11th, and that's when the big clash of the undefeated soccer teams actually took place on
Yes.
September
Yes.
11th. And I guess the build-up is the rivalry between Woodhaven and Edsel Ford has been brewing over the last few years.
They've met in the playoffs almost every year.
Yeah, I think that district final is basically who's going to, take it home from the district between those two. So they both came in undefeated. But in this case, similar to the Wyandotte result in football, Edsel Ford came out on top.
9-2.
Yeah.
They had 2 goals in the first 2 minutes. And tell me that ain't going to piss somebody off. It lived up to its billing as, there were 3 red cards. Woodhaven had 2 guys ejected.
Yep.
And Edsel had 1.
And
I guess it didn't rub well with the other coach, the Woodhaven coach, because he wouldn't talk after the game. But the red card, it was like with 6 minutes left, the Edsel Ford one. So, the other 2 were in the first half. So apparently you play shorthanded. You play the whole game shorthanded, you get a guy tossed. So you have 11 players on the, yeah, you have 11 players on the field and you go down to 10. Then you go down to 9. It's Woodhaven was able to sneak a couple, but I forget.
Harith Nasir.
Yes.
Harith Nasir he got the hat trick for Edsel Ford. I know he scored one of those first 2 goals in the first, but it also seemed they got up 6-0 at one point in time before Woodhaven could even score. But then they scored again. The guy got the hat trick with like under 5, and I think that's how it kind of gets chippy, right?
Right. The first 2 minutes, and then they went like 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden Edsel scored 2 before the half, come out of the half, scored 2 more. Then Woodhaven got on the board with like 17 minutes left in the game. It was 6-2, but then they scored 3 more.
Yeah.
And they scored 3 in the last 5 minutes of the contest. So, Woodhaven was like, we're done.
Yeah.
We're not going to mess with this anyway.
Yeah. But I like how the author said, in a rivalry like this, you're going to continue to try to score. Like he gave.
It couldn't it make some sort of effect on the tiebreakers, goals for, goals against? Who knows?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Right, and
we
it's
just talk sports.
It's definitely confidence. If somebody's drubbing me 9-2 in soccer, I'm mad.
Well, speaking of that, we have the Michigan High School state rankings, and it's nice to see that there are 5 local teams that are ranked in the top 15 in the state of Michigan in all divisions.
Yeah.
Division 1 is Edsel Ford. They're 7-0-1. And they're ranked 15th, but they're there. They're the only local team.
Yep.
Division 2?
I didn't see one on N2. Number 7 is New Boston Huron.
Yeah, they're 6-0-1.
They're 6-0-1.
They're the only team locally that covers in that. Then we got a couple in Division 3, starting out with the Detroit County Day as the 3rd ranked team at 6-1-3.
Yeah, that's money out there. Detroit Country Day, yeah, that's
Just
money.
a little?
Yeah, just a little, a tad. But then Grosse Ile, number 8.
4-1 at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, they're 4-1.
And then the very last thing, I think in Division 4, I thought there was one more. Am I wrong?
No, Christa Ray.
Oh, yeah, Detroit Christa Ray. And right now they're only 3-0-1, but they're ranked. They're ranked 13th.
Formerly known as Holy Redeemer.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
That makes sense.
Yep.
And that means those are the 5 teams that we'll be paying attention to mostly in soccer throughout the next, 8 weeks?
Yeah.
Just to give or take.
You know how to skate?
I know how to skate. I
Well,
coached that game.
Okay. If you want to learn to skate, now's a great time to go to the Yak Arena. They got sessions that'll start as October 26th, also January 4th. It's the Learn to Skate program. It's for kids and adults, so it's a kind of cool program. They
Get you out there.
Yeah, a little bit. I need some bumpers. If you want to learn to skate right now, you can call 734-324-7290 because they started this week. So and then the other ones will start in October. But it'd be a great way to get get in shape and get ready for the upcoming hockey
How's
season.
your karate? Wyandotte Martial Arts. You can enroll now through September 30th.
Okay.
And you would Wyandotte Martial Arts at yahoo.com. Okay, give you all the information you want. Martial arts, they have it from ages 4 to 6, 7 to 12, and 13 up. And it's $40 a month.
That's all?
It's $10 a week. Gives you a session, Teach your little ones some discipline. We all know they could use it. And then as they get older, the older kids do 2 days a week. The little guys only do 1 day a week.
I like it.
And
Where's it at? That at the Yak as well?
I don't know where they do their thing at. It's on 81 Chestnut.
Okay.
Oh, it's at the Downriver Councils of the Arts. It's where they do the wrestling and everything. Right there. Wyandotte Martial Arts. One more thing, adult drop-in hockey. They do this during the day. It's funny because you won't get no kids out there during the day.
Yeah, sticks and pucks.
Sticks and pucks on Tuesday, Thursday, and drop-in hockey on Wednesday at the Yak at 9 a.m. You can drop in there. You can do all 3 days. It's $5 a day.
Yeah.
So the drop-in hockey, it's $8, but if you put goalie pads on, you're free. And the drop-in hockey's cool, and you won't have no hot-shot little kids there because they're all in school.
I love the flyer, but it says 13 and under must be accompanied by an adult.
Yeah, well, they should be in school.
Yeah,
So.
that's what I was thinking.
Anyway, we got to wrap up because they're pushing us out of here. And what do we got? 29 pool eliminated. I'm done. I'm out. I couldn't be more frustrated. I should go with my first instinct, not my brain.
And you went with?
I went with Baltimore, and 280 of us all went bye-bye.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
They should have won that game, too, anyway.
Well, they blew a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Got to give credit to the Raiders. The Raiders.
There's a lot more. It seems like a lot of injuries. I know Pacheco went down yesterday for Kansas City, too, so there's a lot of injuries going down. So.
Anyway, we will see you next week. It will be the 23rd. It'll be my wife's happy birthday week next week.
All right.
And I saw Chantel this morning.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Good, yeah. Happy birthday, Kimmy.
All right.
Enjoy
We'll
the
see
week.
you guys. I'm Marty, that's Ken. And we will see everybody next week on Local Sports Wrap-Up.